Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Ask Lukenessmonster, episode 61, the series on the channel where I answer you guys' questions from the comments down below. So if you guys do want your questions answered in next week's video, comment down below in this week's video, and I will try my very best to answer it. And if you are not subscribed, we are actually doing a giveaway on the channel. Once we hit 5k, I'm actually giving away this ARC Trooper Echo. It is sealed and ready to ship once we hit 5k, but you do have to be subbed to the channel to enter. Once we hit 5k, I'll make a giveaway video. All you have to do is comment on that video to enter. And yeah, we are actually only 100 subs away from 4k now, which is incredible. So like I said, if you are not subscribed, please consider hitting that sub button because the support goes so much farther than you know. The first question from Jay Prasad. He asks, there are many military generals in Star Wars. Example, Grievous, Leia, Anakin, and Kenobi. Which general is the best, and which is your favorite? That's a tough question. I know he's not technically a general, but he's a Grand Admiral, and I think Grand Admiral Thrawn is actually the best. Just from like military standpoint, he's definitely the most strategic, and tends to, I guess, like think through his stuff so well that he knows what he's doing. I guess he's just a smart guy, if that makes any sense. And by far, I think he's the best military general in quotations, even though he's a Grand Admiral. But yeah, I think he's by far the best. But my favorite has to go to Obi-Wan Kenobi because Kenobi is just awesome. Nick asks, do you think we could see any Visions figures in the future? I know it's not canon, but we've gotten expanded universe characters before. 100%, I think it's possible. I think the biggest problem for Hasbro is deciding if they want to do a realistic style or an animated style, considering that the entire show is an animated anime, I guess you could say. So yeah, I don't know. I much prefer the more animated style for that, but the Black Series is all about realistic interpretations of these characters, so either way it'd be fine. I just love to get characters from it, and considering how popular Visions has been, I think it is possible that, you know, Hasbro's looking at some of those popular characters from the most popular episodes, and they're gonna maybe get something in the works, hopefully. Considering, like I said, considering how popular the show has been, I'd be surprised if they don't do something. I think worst case scenario, we just get a repack of Boba Fett, but other than that, I don't really know. Next question from Zach. He asks, how is the Phase 2 helmet coming along? So if you didn't know, we were actually 3D printing a Phase 2 animated style clone helmet, and yeah, so let's just go ahead and check in. So we actually do have the top dome already printed, so that came along right, you know, came along all right. It is the Galactic Armors file. I guess you can kind of see the like imprint on the bottom there, but yeah, the top came out all right. We also do have the back as well. Weird lines there, but that'll cover up pretty well once we fill it and everything. Yeah, not a whole lot going on with the back, obviously. Once we get all the pieces, we will glue it together like this, and it will fit on pretty well once I get everything aligned. But the front piece is actually printing right now. It's almost done, so let's go ahead and check in on that front. Here's the front piece. This is actually from like the inside view, and this has been printing for 3 days and 8 hours now, so it's got about 2 or so hours left. And it's interesting. It's kind of weird because like, I don't know if you guys can see this here. I'll get a good angle of it, but as you can tell, it's kind of like weird. Like the lines aren't really filling up very well. Well, see, it just moves out of frame, but you know how it is. Yeah, it's just kind of weird. Like, it's not printing super well. The layers aren't like squashing together like they should. So like when I poke this, if it, you know, won't move away from me, when I go and poke, you know what, I'll zoom out. When I go and poke this, it's like squishy, and if you've ever 3D printed anything, it's not supposed to be squishy. So wow, that just hit the camera. So yeah, you know, it's kind of weird. We also do have some like webbing kind of thing going up. It's black, so it's really, really hard to see. But it's like, you know what? There you go. Now you can see it. It's kind of like bringing some plastic along, you know. So it's going, but we'll see once it's actually finished. I'll bring you guys along and you guys can see. AA asks, do you think we will get a HasLab vehicle X-Wing, Jedi Starfighter, etc. So I think it's possible, but I think the biggest problem is a lot of those vehicles like X-Wing, Jedi Starfighter are smaller enough vehicles to where that they don't need to be HasLab releases. Like an A-Wing is a pretty solid $100 release for a ship. It's rather small. It doesn't need to be a HasLab. X-Wing might be a little bit bigger. That one I'd say might be around a $200 release, but it's still really not big enough for a HasLab, where most HasLabs are $300 to $500, and like I said, something that size might not be the best for a HasLab. Well, I think I went through and I looked at several different vehicles and all that kind of stuff, and I thought that the best HasLab release vehicle would be an AT-ST. This thing would be about 2.5 feet tall, so rather big. I mean, obviously it would be in that $300 to $500 price range. Throw in 2 or 3 exclusive minifigures and you're set. So I said minifigures, figures, and you're set. So yeah, honestly, I'd be pretty happy with an AT-ST, and I think it'd be the perfect size for a HasLab. Kickapoo Ninja says a big comment that I don't really want to read out all the way in this video, but basically in the comment he does say that he made a custom solo Maul made from the TVC Mandalore Maul, and I checked it out. It's a pretty cool figure, so if you guys do want to check this out for yourselves, it is on his YouTube channel. I will link it in the description. Pretty cool. If you have not checked it out, go check it out, hit that sub button, support him, and yeah, I do have to say, super impressed with that Maul. I definitely could not do anything like that, so yeah, go check out his channel, link in the description. The next question says, how do you feel about Boba Fett just vibing in Star Wars Visions? It's interesting. I really like Boba Fett, but the thing is, they wrote Boba Fett into the worst episode of Visions. Like, don't get me wrong, I liked the episode, but I think by far it's the worst episode of Visions, and I wasn't a huge fan of that art style either, and the way Boba Fett translated into that, Boba Fett just looked really weird. Out of all the other anime studios, they picked that one to put Boba Fett into. I don't know, there's just so many different ones they could have done, and so many different animation styles that Boba Fett would have looked so much cooler in. It is what it is at the end of the day, so I'm not terribly upset, but, you know, it is pretty cool. And the last question from Lungai Sideout, he asks, are you gonna buy the HasLab? I'm assuming you're implying the Rancor and not any of the Marvel ones, obviously, because this is a Star Wars channel, and I'm gonna try. I really don't know, considering we don't know the price yet, and we don't know what exactly it's gonna be coming with, so I'm gonna try my best to get it, but, you know, if it's crazy expensive and it doesn't come with a ton of figures or other, like, I guess, accessory stuff to go with it, I might pass on it, but really, I'd have to see it I'd have to see it to really decide whether I want to get it or not, but yeah, I do plan on thinking about it, I guess, if that makes any sense. So yeah, that's gonna do for the video. If you did enjoy, hit that like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.